What up, YouTube? Timus here. Since I am doing my reviews for Ron Howard films, here is my review for Ron Howard's sophomore feature, and that is the film Night Shift. Now, this film was released all the way back in 1982 and starred Henry Winkler and Michael Keaton. Of course, they have worked with Ron Howard pretty much because of Henry Winkler, portrayed the Fonz on Happy Days, and Michael Keaton, of course, worked with Ron Howard on films like Gung Ho and The Paper. And so this was a 1982 film that Ron Howard directed, and was produced by Brian Grazer, who obviously name a really cool director and producing duo other than both Howard and Grazer. Those two really are great together. And so this film was released on July 3rd, 1982, and it was an interesting summer hit. In it starred Henry Winkler as Chuck, who has given up given up life as a stockbroker because it was too stressful, and now he also works at a music gig as a night shift attendant at a New York morgue, and his co-worker named Bill Blazkowicz, portrayed by Michael Keaton, is always looking to make a quick buck, and so the character Bill finds out that Chuck's prostitute neighbor Belinda, portrayed by Shelley Long, who of course is best known for Cheers fame, needs a place to do her work, and he ends up convincing Chuck to turn the morgue into a brothel, where they also can also pretty much work as her pimps here. So this is pretty much a pimp-based film. I mean, it's pretty hilarious. Michael Keaton and Henry Winkler, those two play off each other perfectly. I don't know if this is a film that the humor still works today in today's standards, but it's pretty decent. I mean, Chuck ends up also pretty much falling for Belinda, so there's a romance sequence that ends up happening throughout. You also had the likes of Gina Hatch, who was pretty good in this. Clint Howard, who of course is Ron Howard's brother, who's been in lots of Howard films. Richard Belzer, Vincent Shalavi. You even had Kevin Costner, in one of his earliest roles. A very young Shannon Doherty was in this film. This was a film that Night Shift was really a Ron Howard's sophomore debut. Of course, his first film was Grand Theft Auto, which was pretty good as well. And so Chuck and Bill are pretty much trying to keep the place secret, because of obviously they could easily go to jail. And you also got Bobby DiCicco also as Chuck's boss nephew. And this either he was pretty good. It had some pretty fun humor, really funny sequences. This is definitely a pure 1980s comedy. I mean, the 1980s humor is pretty hilarious. And Gina Hatch, of course, portrays Chuck's fiance Charlotte, and Gino's pretty good in this too. It's a pretty. I mean, whoever knew that comedy about people working as pimps could work out pretty well. I mean, of course there was lots of pimp stuff back in the 80s, 70s, but yeah, Night Shift is. I mean, it's pretty much I guess you could count as a workplace comedy, but it's not. Yeah, I guess you could count as a workplace comedy, but still, Night Shift is a really good one. If you guys have never really seen Ron Howard's Night Shift, give it a shot. Think you'll enjoy it. Let me leave you guys. Have you ever seen Night Shift? If so, what you thought of it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What were some of your favorite parts, favorite moments? And where does it rank in your favorite Ron Howard films? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Timu signing off.